I'm doing a video on shoes. Hey everyone, I wanted to do a really random video today on fitness footwear. Specifically fitness footwear that you might want to consider for doing your routines, for performances. Duh, of course. So this is totally just my opinion. I know other competitors have very different opinions, but I thought I'd just throw some ideas and thoughts and considerations out there. So I'm going to show you a couple or many different types of shoes I have gone through or used for training and fitness and doing my routine. The first pair or type is a generic martial arts shoe. You can see it's very, very bendy, very, very flexible. These are super cheap. I think I got them for about $25 plus shipping. If you live like in California, then you can basically pick it up from the spot where I ordered these from. But yeah, Wushu shoes. These are actually super cool because they're just basically very, very flexible. Very, very grippy. You can see how grippy they are, right? See how that's done. Very grippy. Canvas shoes are lightweight. They're designed for very similar type of movement that you might do on the stage if you consider what's involved in wushu, right? There's a lot of like changing of your direction. There can be a lot of speed, kicking, jumping, high flying action kind of stuff. In addition to like very flexible, like sliding into the floor kind of move. So perfect type of shoe in my opinion. Not too much ankle support though, which I actually don't need that much ankle support. Plus I like that it's low, so I can give myself a good toe point. So Wushu shoes. Next shoe is a cheerleading shoe. These are the Infinity, I can't remember what brand, but cheerleading shoes, probably pretty familiar if you are a cheerleader. Also very flexible, as you can see, very, very bendy, but also very grippy. This is actually coming off a little bit. I've gotten quite a good amount of use. I find the Wushu shoes to be a little more grippy than the cheerleading shoes. These I like to use for practice, and the other, well, I should say, they're great for practice, obviously. Where I find them limiting, though, is just their design and style. It's kind of like this generic, sporty kind of look. So, I mean, I've used it in, I think, 1 or 2 of my routines. And it looked okay, you know. It does, this particular one has this sort of like very light, you probably can't see it in this video. Very light reflective kind of sheen to it, so it shows up a little funny under certain lighting. The laces are super cool though. These tie really good. These like will never come undone because of these little like rivets that they've got. But yeah, cheerleading shoes. I've got another pair of cheerleading shoes here. I don't know anything about cheerleading, so yeah, but these aren't quite as flexible as you can see because of this like of the build. Very good ankle support. You can still get a decent point in it. You're not going to get the same kind of extension you might, but still very good. I actually haven't worn these for a routine yet. I just wear them because I like them. They're kind of narrow. This brand is kind of narrow. I have a wider foot, so I probably wear them when I'm like really lean, because then I have like almost no no foot fat. And another shoe that you might consider is a jazz shoe with a split. I'm doing a video on shoes. Another shoe you can consider is a jazz shoe. It's obviously extremely flexible because it's just some fabric with 2, what do you call them? Foot sole things with a split there. It's got some lacing. These are pretty good. But again, you don't get it like, the style's kind of generic, so, and if your black doesn't really fit your costume, then it's not going to work. These don't come in a lot of colors. I've only really seen them in black and tan. But if you just search jazz shoes, you might be able to find something. I also have I don't have it here with me, but I do have like a more sneakerish design that's a little more grippy. That's, I think, the one downside I've found so far with most jazz shoes that I've tried is that they're not very grippy. And so if the stage also is very slippery, then you could find yourself in a very unideal situation. So there have been times when I intended to use these shoes, but I brought a backup pair because I knew I might slip, and then I had to use my backup pair. So keep that in mind. And then finally, you may want to consider a ballet slipper. The only thing I would warn you about ballet slippers is that they have absolutely no protection and no support. Well, next to no support or no protection. And so if you're not used to practicing without this, and then it might be very uncomfortable. Sorry, if you're not used to practicing with basically no foot coverings on, it could be very uncomfortable. Also, a lot of the stages are not really built well for fitness. So the times I'd be comfortable using a ballet shoe would be on like a carpeted stage. Not a lot of promoters will carpet the stage. Or if it's at a venue that's like on a real stage, those are usually pretty safe. I have been to shows where it's like one of those like panel stages and they weren't even put together, and then the wood wasn't lining up. So there's some very scary, dangerous spots. So you might hurt yourself, stubbing your toe or something, or I've heard of people getting like splinters and stuff on those stages. So just be careful, be aware of what the stage might be like, and be ready for that. So a big pet peeve of mine is when fitness competitors don't match their shoes well to their costume. And I know it's because it's kind of limiting on whatever shoes you have, but I have a solution for you. Well, a few solutions. The main solution I've got is to just bedazzle and decorate your own shoe. So this is actually the same exact shoe as that martial arts shoe, wushu shoe I showed earlier. All I've done is I bought some fabric spray, sprayed it all around, and then I obviously rhinestoned it, and I bought a pair of laces to match off of Amazon. These are all pretty cheap, so I think the shoes were like I said, around $25. The gemstones with the rhinestones and everything, I don't remember. I think the whole set maybe was like $27, and maybe I had to buy something like that. And then the laces I think were around $6 or $7. So pretty cheap to be able to make your own fabulous shoe. Now, I wanted to show you where you can get these shoes. What I'll usually do is just kind of Google Kung Fu shoes. And you could go to Feiria directly, but those are kind of expensive. I usually just get like these knockoff ones. So Kung Fu Direct has always been pretty good for me. That's actually this website over here. And you can just go to their footwear section and take a look at their shoes. You'll actually see they actually have some like a pretty large selection. There's some really cool looking ones over here that are pretty much already colored and ready to go. If you got a cool black and gold costume, you can try that out. Here's one with a whole bunch of different cool colors. Got that black and yellow gold one again, bunch of other designs and stuff. And I think they have a few more. That one's pretty cool too. But yeah, so that's why I really like to use martial arts shoes, basically because they come all designed and pretty because in martial arts actually they often have to wear costumes where their shoes match too, or often they wear costumes where their shoes match too. Another thing you could do to make your shoes match your costume is to wear shoe covers. Actually a perfect example is Whitney maybe if you look at her, actually, let's go do this. Let's go to NPC News Online, News Online, and let's just search up her. Ooh, a lot of cookies. We'll search up her, Whitney Jones. Yeah, so as I was saying, a great example of, well, Whitney likes, if you've noticed, she uses a lot of, sorry, cat was getting in trouble. Whitney Jones is a great person to look at for her shoes. Well, I should say more like she regularly uses like boot covers over her shoes, so she doesn't have to buy new shoes. She can wear more like sneakers and stuff. Let me see if I can find an example. Yeah, so you can see here that she actually has these boot covers that are made to fit over sneakers. You can see actually that the sneaker sort of like pattern below underneath there, but this matches her costume. It's pretty cool. I like that she does that. I believe she's actually wearing knee pads underneath there. So that is one thing to consider if you want to be able to hide your knee pads. So if you wear knee pads so that it doesn't clash with your look of your fitness costume, then you can cover them up with these boot covers. All right, that's it for shoes. Super quick, nothing fancy this time. I do want to give you all a heads up that I'm going to start interviewing people, different coaches and competitors, try to give different perspectives on the division and things about fitness. So super exciting to start doing that. It'll be a journey for all of us because I'm terrible at interviewing. So we'll see how this goes. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.